Hello, everybody, and welcome to Reed's Read Spider-Man Crawl Space Edition. Please check us out at spidermancrawlspace.com. Well, everybody, here's my big, of course, review of Ultimate Spider-Man number 17 by Jonathan Hickman and Marco Cicchetto here. Before I take my little mini vacation here, I wanted to review, of course, the one latest issue in, of course, the Ultimate Spider-Man series, which is also, too, because this is actually takes place just before the upcoming Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion, which kicks off next month, too, which I'll be reviewing for that book as well, just to give you a little sneak peek. So, how did this big issue call, as I like to call it, Mr. and Mrs. Osborn here? Well, let's get to the pros. First of all, I do like the fact we don't do any big mystery. Jonathan Hickman has been doing a lot of world building in this series and the other ones with the Ultimate Universe. And some people like that. Some people have a middle area and two here. But I do like here we don't have anything. We always think there's something that's going to go on to this issue by predictability, and we really don't. The fact that Harry pretty much reveals himself to Ben Parker, as well as we find out also that J. Jonah Jameson find out is really cool. The fact that we go over it and the fact that he's saying how Peter is and the fact that Ben does know how to get in contact with him. I really like the setup for this begin too. I also like the fact that what's really going on here. Actually, when Gwen deals with Wilson Fisk and actually talking about what is going on between the Osborn Industries and of course everything with the Kingpin and his gangs of New York. It's really a cool little thing, and I also like the fact that she's not part. I also like the, of course, the revelation about what she's been doing with the paper and the funding. That despite everything else, too, is the fact that we have a revelation here too. I mean, we have that Joe Robertson is actually part of the Mysterios. We found out that Wesley, Wilson's Fisk's, right hand guy, is also a member of the Mysterios. It's really kind of cool seeing this kind of big tapestry and really throws a couple things on here because we know, like I said, we were thinking, especially me, thinking the Mysterios were members of the original ones, like Francis Clume and Daniel Burkhart, and why that still is. We know the Mysterios is a bigger organization. We just find out, of course, now who are three more of the Mysterios here, of course, with Wesley, Joe Robertson, and of course, we know Gwen is. We know that, of course, Quentin Beck, the original Mysterio, and the regular 616 is also one of the senior members, but we still don't know who one of the other members of the Mysterio is. I really do like the tapestry we're getting here. We kind of think, yes, it's very similar to the Cult of the Scryer, but I really like it. I also like the fact that we're getting the kind of the little pieces here where Gwen is really kind of coming out. We've had a lot of interesting things with the Ultimate Universe Gwen Stacy, and I kind of like this more darker turn, but the fact that she is a planner and everything, and it really works so good as how they're going to turn up this gang war. Cons is they are so setting up Otto. I mean, yes, Hickman could pull out a rabbit out of his hat and give us another shocking surprise like they did with Wesley and Robbie this issue, but it's really, really just setting up everything for Otto to become Dr. Octopus. And the fact his motivation is probably going to be different. The fact that he wants all this, he wants areas. It taps into that part of, who Dr. Octopus is in other universes, especially the 616, about how he gets so greedy and about science and everything. But it's really, really aiming. Yes, we could get another, a completely something out of left field here with Otto, and I'm pretty sure Hickman's going to do something different. But it's pretty obvious we are seeing the big setup here for Otto to go south and do anything else too. There's also very interesting things here too with the fact why they target Mr. Negative, and also we find out a little bit more about his group that he actually uses these different weapon supplies to actually get different members. He's basically recruiting people off the streets, and why that's not too different from the 616 Mr. Negative, who also had an appearance here recently in Spider Boy as well. This is a very much darker turn on human trafficking, which actually is very interesting how Hickman pulls this off with exactly how they do the weapons designs and how this all works into the Makers Council and exactly what this part of the area is to. It's a very interesting piece in the fact about how Gwen really goes onto it, especially once she kind of does everything. Like I said, I really did enjoy the little pieces of this here with Gwen and Harry going on as the Green Goblin, and despite the use of the AI, as we're getting more, of course, waiting for the Green Goblin to pop up too. Why I like the little piece here at the AI is telling him like, hey, I'm not ashamed. I'm tired of being ashamed of you, Harry, because you're really becoming a man. It's very Norman Osborn of that classic relation I've been doing, but we're also seeing more of the cracks too, especially when Gwen goes next stage and basically blows everything up, the bombs destroying and killing all the people that were in part of Mr. Negative's area, including the inner demons. It's a much darker turn than even Harry didn't think she would go, or something even he wanted to. And of course, I do like the fact that he decides because of all this that needs to reach out to Peter and say, we got to get back together. We got a long story and I need your help. And it really sets up everything coming up pretty interesting, especially with the security, as Harry says, wants Otto to do earlier in the issue on the park residence and to leave him alone. There's such setup going on here, and I really can't wait. I really like this issue. Why the last two issues I think were more stronger here. This one's a nice little setback with some action, giving a little bit more reveal on the different Ultimate Universe counterparts, especially with Mr. Negative and the inner demons, as well as what's really going on with the various operations in New York in the Ultimate Universe. So I have to give the issue an A, not an A plus. There are some points we kind of saw come out of left field, and there are also some come out revelations that were a little bit slow in building. But otherwise, the issue is still really good, and I'm really looking forward to Peter and Harry's reunion next issue, as well as what's going to go on with Richard Parker, as well as the setups we see with Otto, as well as the different things with the gang war and more with the Mysterio revelations. We're seeing some really cool things come up here, and I'm really looking forward to it, especially with Ultimate Incursion starting next month. Well, with that, everybody, if you really like this channel, please think of like or subscribing. I've recently updated the channel for different areas and doing different reviews here. So please definitely like and subscribe to give little areas for the reviews here, as well as some of my other ones, including my Rogues reviews that'll be coming up here again later in June as I finally get ready for Itsy Bitsy. Like I said, I took a break off due to personal reasons, and I am slowly getting back to these reviews. So please like and subscribe, and you will definitely get that first notification, especially if you ring that bell and everything else too. And for more information, guys, go ahead and check us out at the SpidermanCrawlspace.com. Check us on our various social medias, join our Discord discussions and more. And of course, like and subscribe to the channel so you can get the most latest information on Spider-Man reviews and more. And with that, everybody else, I will call this a vacation, and I will see you guys in a few weeks on the Crawl Space.